Alright everybody, so in my haste and desire to always be showing you guys the newest plugins and cool plugins and fun plugins, I've been derelict in my duties. One of my duties is to show you guys some of the most basic plugins that aren't fun, but are fundamental and are absolutely necessary in most cases. And today is going to be one of those videos. I have to show you guys this plugin. I have to make sure that everyone understands how it works and why you need to have it on your server. And the reason why I've been putting it off showing you guys this plugin is because it actually doesn't do anything front facing. It's nothing that you can do as an administrator. It doesn't do anything for you for your players, but it is a fundamentally important plugin. And I've had enough viewers on my channel saying, hey, why don't you have a video on this plugin yet? Anyways, we should be able to wrap this up in a couple of minutes. I'll show you how to install it. I'll show you what it does, and I'll explain to you why you need to have it, or at least should want to need to have it on your server. So today we're talking about image library. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rust Admin Academy, where I teach you guys the very best tips and tricks to owning and operating a successful Rust server. On this channel, I do a lot of plugin reviews and tutorials to hopefully show you some of the cool different things that you can do with your servers to make it more fun for your players, or to make things run more efficiently for yourself as the owner. So if you're brand new to the channel, consider subscribing so that you stay up to date on everything that we're working on. And of course, always remember to turn on that notification bell so that you get notified as soon as I upload a new video. I put out a brand new video every Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Just a couple of housekeeping things that I need to get out of the way. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Moinkeys and Amino for basically revamping my entire Discord for me. The flow of it looks much better. The information is a lot easier to get to. So if you're not a member of the Discord yet, make sure you join the Discord today. The link is in the video description down below, like it always is. There's a ton of information in there. There's a ton of people in there that are just ready and willing to help you out. I'd also like to take this opportunity to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas. I hope the holiday season is as good as it can be for the dumpster fire of a year that 2020 is. But we very quickly have the new year coming upon us, 2021. It's exciting, it's a brand new year. Hopefully we can put out this dumpster fire and close to getting our lives back to the way we think they're going to be. Anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and of course, Happy New Year. All right, let's get into Image Library. So Image Library is available from the Umod website. I'll put a link to it in the video description down below. It's by the developer Kill You. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of his work. He's a very prominent member in the Rust community. So like I said in my intro, Image Library by itself essentially does nothing front facing, which is not to say that it does nothing, because it does a lot of stuff. It's just nothing that your players are ever going to see or notice, and it's definitely nothing that you as the owner operator of the server is going to notice. There's no commands for you to remember. It's basically one of those one and done type situations. You install the plugin and then you forget about it. You just make sure that it's always up to date. So while Image Library by itself doesn't actually do anything for you, it is a dependency for all of the plugins that you see currently on my screen right now. So plugins like Rust Kits or GUI Shop definitely depend on Image Library to manage and store all of the images that these plugins use. So that's essentially what Image Library does, is it downloads and stores all of these images inside of data files so that plugins that require it can just grab that information directly from those files, which of course then makes it so that that plugin doesn't have to go somewhere, and you, of the administrator of that plugin, you don't have to go out into the world and find an internet address to put into a configuration file for the plugin to go grab an image from, because Image Library has already done all that for you. And then once that image is stored inside those data files, whatever plugin needs that image information knows exactly where to go. It can just go into the Image Library data file and grab that image from there. So I am going to be installing this plugin right in front of you because I need you guys to see what happens when you first install the plugin. However, for reference, if you've never seen how to install a plugin before, I'll put a link to a video in the top right hand corner and you can go check on that anytime. It basically just goes over how to install a plugin and what to expect while you're doing that. So of course we just click on download. That of course lands Image Library into our downloads folder. We can just copy and paste or click and drag. And then we want to go to our server's plugins folders, and we can either pasta that in there, or of course, if we're clicking and dragging, you just obviously drag it into your plugins folder. So you'll see what's happening in my console there. Image Library is processing a list of skins. Most of the skins that this plugin is grabbing information for is coming from the workshop, but of course it's also grabbing the images from the Facepunch official skins. So you're probably going to see this happening anytime you reload the plugin or anytime you update the plugin. It's going to check for new information for images that it needs to download, and it'll just automatically go ahead and download those and drop all that information into your data folders. So what information are we talking about here? Let's go into the data folder and I'll show you exactly what it downloads. So data folder and then image library folder. We've got image data, image URLs, and skin data. So if we go into image URLs, you will see a list, a long list. In fact, it is 3003 lines long. That's how many URLs the plugin is actually grabbing information for. And what this is a web address for every single item that's in the game. So everything from pants to construction material to resources to guns and ammo. Everything. Literally every item in the game is going to have a web address, and it's going to be listed in this document right here. The other document is skins data, and this document is 21,000 lines long. That is the image information for every skinnable item in the game, up to the 24 pages of skin information that the plugin first downloaded when we first installed the plugin. So now that image library has already done all that work for us, like I said before, now any of the plugins that you saw listed previously, in fact, I'll just show you what that list is again. So any of the plugins that you see listed on the screen right there, anytime any one of them needs an image, it knows that it can go to the image library data folder and get that image information directly from there. It doesn't have to go out and download it and then of course display it to the client that is requesting it. It just has that information right there, readily available whenever it's needed. So you might be asking yourself, what if I don't want to use image library? Well, first of all, why wouldn't you want to? It's a very light plugin and it does very little once it's actually been installed. But whatever. Do I absolutely have to have image library in order to make use of some of these plugins? The answer to that is yes in most cases, but no in some cases. There are plugins out there that absolutely require you to have that information in your image library, or the plugin's not going to function properly. So one way to know for sure if you absolutely have to have it, just have a look at each individual plugin that you might be using. In this example, I'm looking at Skip Night UI, and it will say right here if it requires image library. If it says optional, you don't necessarily have to have image library, but if it says requires, obviously you're required to have image library, or that plugin may not function as intended. So like I said before, after you've installed image library, you basically can forget about it. The only thing that you ever have to do is make sure that it's up to date. KillU does do a couple of updates every now and then. The last one was a month ago, the one before that was 3 months ago, but the one before that was 8 months ago. So it's really only when it's absolutely required. If something has changed at FacePunch, then KillU will obviously go in and make the necessary updates. But it's not a plugin that breaks very often, and when it does, KillU fixes it up right away. So I know this isn't an exciting plugin, but it is an important one. So I wanted to make sure that I got this done for you guys. I have had a couple of people in my comment section asking why I haven't actually done a video on it yet. So I thought I would just get it done, get it out of the way, and add it to the pile of resources that we already have. All right, so as promised, I knew we could wrap this up in a couple of minutes, and I think I did pretty good at keeping to my word. So we only have one more video in the year 2020, and that is unfortunately going to land on Christmas Day. I'm still going to make sure that I get a video put out for you guys on Christmas Day, but I hope that I don't see very many views on that day. However, on December 26th, I want to see a flood of views coming in because everyone was spending time with their family on Christmas Day, and then they have plenty of time to go back to YouTube on December 26th. So that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me. If you'd like to be one of these scrolling names going across the screen right now, check me out at patreon.com/srtbull. I've actually got some kind of exciting news that I can't wait to share with you guys. It's not really going to be an unboxing, but it is going to be like a reveal of how my patrons have helped support the channel and what I decided to do with that support. I'm hoping to get that done before the end of the year, but if not, it's going to be very early into the new year. All right, that's it. Like I said before, I hope to not see you guys next Friday, but I do hope to see you on the Saturday right after that. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I hate it when people use that phraseology, and I just became one of those people.